'cause we are trying to find a way to feel. If I could sleep, I'd dream of what we'd be, but I can feel you slip further from me. Oh, it makes it hard to be when you are all that I want, but don't have. And I'll run into the sea, follow this heart that escapes me. It escapes me, and I'm lost. Forget me, all I was and become everything, all I Although it feels like heaven, I can't wait forever. Old habits are hard to break. I'm losing faith. Maybe we're better off this way, but I'm still
pretty sure that voice is Eden. Guy who calls himself Eden. Yeah. It's true. You gotta love being at the mercy of YouTube.
Shuttle has cleared the tower. Every core computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Okay.
What's going on, everybody? It's been a while. It's been a while since we've been on, and we are certainly glad that you've decided to join us here at the Simply Review Thursday Night Entertainment News Roundup. I am joined with my ever-present sidekick. We'll call him a sidekick tonight. He's a sidekick. You're a sidekick, right? name happens to be Lemuel. It's not
Not
Nate,
Nate Jr.
as I
No.
tried to imply just a short while ago in one of our videos that we put up. So
No.
that was kind of weird, but anyway. Yeah, so here we are. His name is Lem, by the way. Lem Simpleton. That's his name. And
That's what I like to be
got-
called.
Yeah, we've got some great news. Great news. Is news ever great? Probably not. And
Sometimes it's alright.
sometimes it's alright.
Yeah, like Japan's giving away houses for like $500 right now.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty good news.
They're giving
I mean,
away
it's bad for
houses,
them.
and we can't even afford to live in ours.
Yep.
Gotta love it.
So, you know.
Got to love it. That's just amazing. So, well, I'm dropping 34 frames per second right now. Pretty good, huh? Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yep. There we go.
Heck yeah.
I love it.
All right. Well, without any further delay, we're glad you guys have decided to join us again here tonight. We're going to get right into news. We're going to start off with Lemuel, who has some amazing news stories to bring us this evening. Lemuel, go with it with your first one.
Well, ironically enough, it's a little ironic that we are just starting off by talking about houses, because first little bit of news I actually have involves what is titled the Darth Vader house.
The Darth Vader house. Okay, tell me a little bit about
Yes.
this Darth Vader house.
So it's a house in Texas. It's known as the Darth Vader house. It's the 7,000 square foot home in Houston. In Houston's West University Place. This is all from CNN.
Yeah.
So 7,000 foot square home with an 18,000 foot square lot. And it's gone on the market for $4,300,000.
$4,300,000.
Yeah. And
okay, why? So why is it called the Darth Vader house?
well, the best thing I can do is try to show you an image on my phone.
Okay.
I don't know how well this will pop up here. Not well.
All right.
But it looks a lot like one of those like Imperial bases on like Hoth or something. Like dark steel, sloped, rectangular
Interesting.
kind of layout. Yeah, so
Huh.
pretty crazy. It looks like it was built in 1992. Has 4 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, and a 4-car garage.
4 bedrooms,
So-
5 bathrooms, and a what? A 4-car garage?
Yes.
Nice. Well, and it's selling for how many dollars?
$4 million.
$4 million. Well, may the force be with you if you want to buy that. Holy
Yeah,
crap,
jeez
that's
Louise.
a lot of frickin' money. A lot of frickin' money. Your microphone sounds a little weird. I don't know if it's just on my end that's making it sound that way or what.
I can turn it down, but that's the most I can do. Hold on, wait, actually that's not true. Give me a second. Voice and video
Here, let me get
that automatically determine input sensitivity.
there. Get
Hello.
the body out of the screen. It's okay, I guess. I don't know. It just sounds weird, and I don't quite know why. It sounds kind of distorted.
Weird.
Yeah. It doesn't sound very loud at all.
Can you hear me through?
What's that?
Can you hear me now?
Oh, that's very loud. What'd you do?
I turned up the microphone itself.
Oh, yeah, that's maybe a little too loud.
Okay, how about that?
Yeah, that's probably all right. Just don't go screaming at us, okay? Don't go screaming at us. Yeah, it doesn't work. It don't matter. Nobody's watching us anyway, so it's fine. We're just sitting here talking to ourselves. All right, I'll go.
I'm used to it.
I'll go next. For some reason, we are not on Facebook. It is not sending data to Facebook for some reason. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out later. So, first bit of news I have is actually video game related.
Hey, good job. I tried to avoid video game related
Did
news
you?
this time because you always make fun of me.
Yes.
I know you're just teasing, and I know video game news won't happen on here if I don't do it
Yes,
that,
yes, I
that
know,
often.
I know. Well, you know, what can I say? Square Enix announced
Uh-oh.
E3 presentation featuring a new Eidos Montreal game. So they're going to have their own E3 showcase on Sunday, June 13th, during the kickoff weekend for E3 2021. So they're not going to, I guess, it's going to be kind of participating with the E3, but it's going to be like their own E3, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, the show's going to go live at 3:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on June 13th. So that's, a week from now. In this announcement, Square Enix called out a few items that will appear at the showcase, most notably a world premiere coming from Eidos Montreal. Never heard of it. Have you?
I've heard. I think that's just their Montreal studios. What they're saying. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Good. Well, the showcase will last around 40 minutes. Fans can watch on YouTube or Twitch. Eidos Montreal is the studio. There you go. Behind X-Human Revolution.
Oh, Deus. I think it's Deus.
X-Mankind Divided. How do you know it's Deus?
Because those are actually pretty popular games that have been around since like the 90s in the end, I'm pretty certain.
So X-Mankind Divided after Mankind Divided's launch in 2016. The studio's next game is reportedly based on Guardians of the Galaxy. Square Enix will reveal more than just those latest titles. It's going to feature updates from Babylon's Fall from Platinum Games, Life is Strange, True Colors from Deck 9, Marvel's Avengers from Crystal Dynamics. The latter will consist of details on the upcoming Black Panther War for Wakanda expansion. And then it did not mention the upcoming Final Fantasy 16 at all, which is a little odd. Considering
I hope they announce something at E3 because I do want that game.
You want Final Fantasy
15.
The new one? Mm-hmm.
15 was good. The 7 remake was good. If they keep this momentum going, it's gonna be solid.
There you go. All right. Well, that's good to know. And so that's it. So that's and of course this article was brought to you and us by our friends at Polygon, and it was written by Ryan Gilliam. So just to throw out shouts where we need to throw out shouts, but E3 is coming soon. That's where all the cool, nerdy, geeky stuff hits. You know, they preview all the stuff and you know, all the TV and movies that are dropping. They show that and video games and everything else. So next week, it's nerd time, baby. Nerd time. Woot woot. All right, Lem, what you got for us next?
So my next little bit of news is a little short. It's about the man, the myth, the legend, Clint Eastwood. Turns 91 this week.
He's 91 years old.
That's all I have to say about that. It's crazy to me that man still is alive.
Really?
I mean, he's just one of those almost larger than life figures. Like, so ingrained into pop culture at this point that if you don't know who he is, you're kind of the weird one now. You know?
I know what you're thinking. Did he fire 2 bullets or 3? Well, are you feeling lucky, punk? Well, are you? Anyway, and everybody's like, you massacred that quote! Don't ever do that again! You know, actually, one of the first movies I remember seeing Clint Eastwood in it was a pretty famous movie, but nobody's ever remembered him since they came out. There was a movie called Any Which Way But Loose and Any Which Way You Can, and they were movies that had Clint Eastwood in it, and he starred next to an orangutan, and it was like their exploits. Yeah, they were funny movies. I liked them. Gosh, he's been in so many different movies, but yeah, some of the movies, I mean, of course, he did all those spaghetti westerns back in the 60s and 70s, and then he did, you know, movies like Pink Cadillac and El Toreo? Is that what it's called? Something like that.
I don't know.
You never seen that one?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
And then wasn't he in also like a baseball movie too recently? I feel like.
Baseball movie.
And when I say recently, I mean within like the past decade.
I know he was in a boxing movie.
Oh, that might be the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, that one was kind of a depressing movie, but yeah. I don't remember a baseball movie that he's been in, but he's been in tons of movies. A lot of Westerns. He was in a movie that was really big. In fact, I think it won Best Picture back in the day called Unforgiven. I did not like that movie. It's one of those movies where there's no good guy. There is no protagonist in the entire movie. You're like, who in the hell am I supposed to root for? Because you just don't know, because it's that kind of movie, and I just don't like it. So I don't know why. Anyway, we got any watchers? Any viewers here at the Simpleton Review? No.
It says we have 2.
2? What, on Twitch?
One of them being me, obviously.
Hi,
The other one being Tightwads. So, hello there, Tightwads.
Hi, Tightwads. All right. Okay, well, I'm up next. We have, do you know who John Oliver is?
I feel like I should.
Okay, he is, he used to be on, what was the name of the show with, oh my gosh, my brain is not working tonight. The famous show that was on, This Week with, no, what the heck was it called? The show that was on Comedy Central way back in the day that everybody liked. Not, yeah. Ah, crap, I can't think of his name. Anyway, John Oliver, he's on HBO. He's a show on HBO. And this is, huh?
Oh, I think I'm picturing him in my head. He's like,
yeah, he's like British.
British?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Cool.
so he entered, so this is from our friends over at The Wrap, and they talked about this. It's been kind of a war going on for the past week or two. He, over the weekend, he released a new segment that was quite literally just a 7-minute rant about cereal. In it, he specifically called out Cheerios for basically having the most boring Twitter account on the platform. And so Oliver challenged the brand to spice things up by tweeting F you. Okay? Now, if they tweeted just those 2 words, Oliver promised to donate $25,000 to the charity of Cheerios' choosing.
Oh my god.
Well, the late night host then added that he'd double the amount if Cheerios tagged a random user in their tweet.
That's awesome.
So Cheerios decided, well, we'll respond to John Oliver, but we're not going to respond with the F word. So they responded and said, we're a family brand, so we can't just drop the F word, or the F bomb, they called it. But we'll donate $50,000 to No Kid Hungry. We'll also donate $50,000 to the charity of your choice if you tweet, "Families make good go round." Well, that's exactly what John Oliver did.
Yeah.
But he just chose to include photos of some messed up families. So, it's a deal, he said. "Families make good go round," he tweeted, accompanied by a photo of the Charles Manson family.
Okay. Oh no.
Yeah. But that wasn't a one and done deal for John Oliver. Oh no. He kept going. Posted another tweet with the requested verbiage, but swapping out the photo for one of the Menendez brothers, who killed their parents, if you don't know who they are, Lemuel. And then he added one more, using a photo referencing the Sackler family, who many believe to be the root of America's opioid crisis, which I'm assuming, yeah.
Oh yeah, they've been in the news a lot recently.
Yeah. And as the cherry on top of his tomfoolery, John Oliver then added a tweet that followed through on his original challenge to Cheerios, cursing out Twitter user AlexPond21. At the time of this posting, that account only had 13 followers. Just some random dude on Twitter. He tweeted out on his Last Week Tonight show, "F you." Can you imagine turning on your Twitter page?
John Oliver.
John Oliver's telling you to F you, and then you've got 20,000. Oh, well, when the screenshot was taken, 2.6 thousand people had liked the post.
Oh,
and there were 45 comments on it.
I'd cry.
And just because John Oliver is a good guy, he even followed through with the original, even followed through with their original donation plan, pledging an additional $50,000 to. Oh, Cheerios did. So yeah, Cheerios donated the money that they said they were going to donate. They kind of got in over their head. If you're gonna fool a fool, you better be careful because you're gonna get fooled worse than he fooled you. So yeah, good old John Oliver made for some entertaining news. Sounds like something a Stephen Colbert would have done. You know, make America great again. Yes. Anyway, all right. So
amazing.
what do we got going on here for you?
Okay, so I haven't looked much into this one. I just saw like the title and was a little surprised that this was even a thing. This is from Yahoo Life.
Yahoo Life.
Gabrielle Sanchez. Seth Rogen is going to be producing the reboot of TMNT.
Really?
Yes.
Is this like the third reboot that TMNT has had? I mean, can we not give it a rest already?
No, we can't. They're so cool, Dad.
No, they're not. They've been around since I was a kid. And even when I was a kid, I thought TMNT were kind of dumb. I'm just saying.
Well, you're right. I think I remember watching like with the 90s movie with Emmett, and it scared me.
It scared you?
Those costumes were a little rough.
Were they?
But yeah. So yeah, he's working on the film reboot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He shared a scribbled note from Leonardo the Turtle, where he makes references to a bunch of TMNT type stuff. There's no information. It's gonna be a CG animated film. And it's in association with Nickelodeon and Paramount.
All right. Well. All right. Maybe it'll be okay. I don't know. I did not like the live action one that came out in the early 90s. They had really bad turtles. Like they were like, people in costumes, and it was just really bad.
These goofy costumes.
They were pretty bad. It was pretty bad.
And then they did the reboot in the 2010s or whatever with Michael Bay as the director.
It wasn't that long ago, was it? I think it was only like 5 or 6 years ago it came out.
No, it's older than that. It's gotta be.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No.
TMNT, Michael Bay. Okay, cool. It's the first result, and it came out in 2014.
See, it wasn't that long ago. 5 or 6 years ago.
No. Yeah, you're right. That's almost 7 or 8.
I can count. Right now, it is... Shut up.
That's 7 years ago.
Whatever. You're just arguing based on 1 year difference. You're like, it came out in the early 2010s.
That's still a long time ago.
Whatever.
And I was right. Early 2010s, that's before 2015.
Whatever. Here, I'm gonna take my nose, my little hand on your screen here and pick your nose. Okay, that was fun. All right, I'll stop.
Okay.
All right. Okay, my turn. So, do you know who Donnie Yen is?
No.
All right. Well, he is the guy who, we reviewed a movie here at the Simple Review called the Fat Dragon?
Enter the Fat Dragon!
Yeah, that's Donnie Yen. He was It Man, right? And he was also in Rogue One, right? I am the Force and the...
Yeah,
the Force.
The Force is with me.
I'm
one with the Force and the Force is with me.
Yeah. So that's Donnie Yen. He is joining Keanu Reeves in Lionsgate's new John Wick movie.
Still have yet to have seen a full John Wick movie. I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
You're missing out. You're seriously missing out. You have to watch John Wick. They're over the top, terribly, disgustingly violent, but worth it. Totally worth it. So don't mess with a man's dog. That's all I'm saying. Okay? Yeah. So this is from Deadline author Mike Fleming Jr. Donnie Yen's been set by director Chad Stahelski to star with Keanu Reeves and John Wick. Yen will play an old friend of Reeves, super assassin John Wick, who shares his same history and many of the same enemies. There you go. And of course, everybody who knows Donnie Yen knows what kind of martial artist he is. He's absolutely fantastic. He's one of the best. Yeah, it should be a good movie. Project begins production this summer, shooting on location in France, Germany, and Japan. And Yen's casting follows Lionsgate setting Japanese British pop superstar Rina Sawayama for a lead role. Yeah. So, anyways, that should be fun. Don't you
I think that'll be a great time. Yeah,
I think that's a good addition to the John Wick franchise.
I think we'll have to. Ashley and I are gonna have to watch those. We're gonna have to make a thing out of it.
Yes, you are. Yeah, yes, you are. But first, you have to watch A Quiet Place.
I do.
I cannot believe you haven't seen A Quiet Place.
I've hardly ever heard of it either.
Are you serious?
You and Charlie are like the only people I've ever heard talk about it.
It's amazing. It's John Krasinski. You know who he is.
You're gonna have to give me examples. I don't know him by name.
He plays Jim on The Office.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah. You know who Jim is.
He's in a horror movie?
Oh yeah. He wrote it.
What?
He wrote the script. He directed the movie. He stars in the movie. It is amazing. It is so good. So make sure you have something to cover your eyes with when you watch it. It's really good. It's really, really good. So, but we are going to be reviewing A Quiet Place Part 2 for the Simpleton review. But again, as I said in our text message, if you have not seen the first one, you will be absolutely, completely lost if you watch the second one. So you got to watch the first one. Okay? All right. Moving on.
Yeah.
Do you know who Ellie Kemper is?
No.
Well, she
she's
was also
Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
She's Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Have you heard about the controversy she is?
I've heard about
in?
this, and I think it's kind of dumb that they're trying to cancel her over this.
Yeah. So she's found herself in the center of a kind of a controversy on Memorial Day. The Office and Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt star began trending on Twitter after a user. This is from Variety, by the way. Posted a picture of her winning a beauty pageant in St. Louis's secretive Veiled Prophet Ball in 1999. In the process, the user insinuated that this organization was affiliated with the KKK. Now, in all honesty, it's one of those things where it may look bad on the surface, but if you dig into it, perhaps it's not quite as bad as it seems. I highly doubt that Ellie Kemper understands the history of this organization or where it actually came from. But, she has yet to respond to any of the criticism online. And part of me is like, well, good for you. And a part of me is like, maybe you should just, say something and nip this thing in the bud, because she's already started down the road of being canceled by the cancel culture people.
I think the biggest argument that I've seen that I kind of relate to is like, even if she does understand it now, she probably didn't understand it when she went,
right,
or when she was a part of it.
Right, absolutely. So yeah, I mean, and she, I think.
Thanks for the raid, Braden.
I think bottom line right now is that it may not be affiliated with the KKK anymore, but it will. It still has roots in being very secretive and basically only for the very wealthy people of St. Louis society, which Ellie Kemper's family, I guess, is quite wealthy. She's a Princeton graduate. She went to Princeton. If you go to Princeton, the only way you get there is with money or a full ride scholarship because you're smart. You don't go to Princeton any other way. And I'm pretty sure Princeton and Harvard and those Ivy League schools, that's where they have, secret organizations like the Skulls and stuff like that people are involved in. So I don't know. We'll see. What's that for?
Hi, Braden.
What's going on, Braden? You rated us? Wow.
You rated us.
That's crazy. I feel special. What a guy.
Big boy streamer rating us over here.
What's that? Yeah. What did
Big
he rate
boy
us
streamer. A lot of people.
A lot of people. Of course. This is Braden. He probably had at least 55 people watching his stream, didn't he?
Yes, exactly.
Yes. Sexy man plays video games.
That's what his description should be. I don't know why it's what it is.
No, it did. That's what he said. He said a very sexy man plays game. That's what his
Oh yeah, I saw that on
title was.
Facebook.
And then somebody decided to make fun of that, and I wanted to reach through the computer and slap that person because he was obviously toxic. So, moving on. I got a couple of more news stories to share with y'all tonight. So we'll go on to another title. You have no more or what?
I still have two more.
Oh, I thought you said you didn't have any more. Go for it.
Okay, so this is all... Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Thank you, please. Okay, this is from cheatsheet.com, and this was written today, mind you.
Okay.
The owner of the house that Walter White owned in Breaking Bad is sick of people throwing pizzas on his roof.
Yeah, I've heard that they've been doing that. Yeah.
So I feel like this is a thing that shouldn't be happening. What, 6 years after the fact, 6 or 7? But
can you imagine having pizzas thrown on your roof like every day? There's just giant pizza sliding off your roof.
The smell until you cleaned it every time.
And the Albuquerque heat just baking up there. Just be great.
But yeah, so the owner talked to NPR about this. He said, "We've had pizzas on our roof. We've had pizzas on our driveway. Pizzas until we're sick of looking at pizzas." He told NPR. Yeah. They've even tried to deter pizza Olympians, is what they call them, with a shotgun.
Pizza Olympians.
Yeah, they've tried to deter would-be pizza Olympians using a shotgun. I'll sit outside with a shotgun in a rocking chair. You know, like Granny from Beverly Hillbillies.
Okay. All right. Hello, people. Stop throwing pizzas on his roof.
It gets worse. They built a 6-foot-tall iron fence around their property, and it's still happening.
Oh my gosh. Look, people. Stop. All right? It's a TV show. Don't throw pizzas on the guy's roof. I mean, you don't see pilots. You don't see pilots trying to crash their planes into his backyard, do you? And that happened in the show. Don't do it. Stop. Right? Okay?
Knock it off.
Yeah. I mean, you don't see drug smugglers coming over trying to harass. Whatever. I just like. Oh my gosh, people. I mean, you know, it's a great show, but it's a show. Leave the poor guy alone. Goodness gracious. That's unbelievable. Well, no, it's not unbelievable, but it's sad.
It's not.
It's really sad. Oh. All right. Well, that's crazy. That's crazy. Well, I'll talk just a little bit, go over this week's music releases, and then we'll go back to Lemuel for a little bit more news. We got Atreyu coming out with a new album called Baptize. They're kind of a rock and roll band, I guess. I've never really heard of them. I think they're kind of metal. Emmanuel Axe and Yo-Yo Ma, Hope Amid Tears, Beethoven, Cello Sonatas. Okay, could be interesting. Riley Clemens, never heard of him. Godsend. Cleopatrick. Not Cleopatra, Cleopatrick. He's a Canadian duo. Bummer is the name of their album. Mark Colley, Book of My Blues. Crowded House. First record in 11 years. Dreamers Are Waiting. If you guys don't know who Crowded House is, anybody know who Crowded House is? You seen this song? Hey now, don't dream it so. Never heard that song?
Okay, I have heard that song.
All right, yeah. Ghost Twin. They're a Winnipeg gloom pop duo.
Gloom pop?
What the hell's gloom pop? Does anyone tell me what gloom pop is? Oh my god.
Hold on, I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah.
This is way too cool sounding to
Love Songs for the End Times is the name of the album. That sounds like a really, really happy one to listen to. If you're down in the dumps, pick up your copy of Love Songs for the End Times by Ghost Twin, Winnipeg's very own gloom pop duo? Well, what is it?
Let's see, I'm trying to find. I'm seeing Dream Pop's Wikipedia and it mentions Gloom Pop, so maybe I'll find it here.
Well, I'll continue while you're trying to figure it out. Billy F. Gibbons, Hardware is the name of that album. Mary Hot with the Carpenter Ants. Devil in the Hills, Cold Country Reckoning. Japanese Breakfast, she's got a new album out called Jubilee. Actually, it's Jubilee. Or, Jubilee. She's really good. I like Japanese Breakfast. She does a good job. Gary Louris, Jump for Joy is the name of that album. Here's one called Mind Sign with absolutely no vowels, so I'm assuming that's how you say it. Rare Pleasure. Liz Phair, she's out with a brand new album. The first one in 11 years called Sober-ish. Sober-ish. Jonathan, oh, by the way, let me just say, Liz Phair, I found out the other night, a couple nights ago, that one of my favorites in the 1990s, Alanis Morissette, is going to be touring her 25th anniversary edition of Jagged Little Pill, featuring Garbage and Liz Phair as the opening acts. I am going to go to that. Yes, indeed. I'm going to that for sure. Red Fang is an album out called Arrows Rise Against Nowhere Generation. Rostam, which is Vampire Weekend's Rostam Batmangali. Name of the album is Change Phobia. Sat Sang, which is a Montana-based quartet. All right now. Kim Simmons, Out of the Blue. Skids, Song from a Haunted Ballroom. Spirits Burning, San Francisco prog rock band. Evolution Ritual. And Quinn Sullivan, Wide Awake. Chris Thiele songs. The Chaos Chapter by Tomorrow and Together. Tristan, Aquatic Flowers. Wolf Alice, Blue Weekend. Brett Young. Weekends look a little different these days. And that is your list of the albums coming out on June 4th, 2021. Lemuel, did you figure out what gloom pop is?
I can't find anything specifically about it other than lists of top gloom pop songs, and I've not heard of pretty much any of these people, so...
I'm sure it's like pop music, but depressing. Kind of like Imagine Dragons. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
You're up. You got another news article for us.
I do.
Alrighty.
I do have one last one.
Okay.
Let's see, where is it? Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is about Disney. Can't get away from Disney ever.
No, you cannot.
So it looks like they were... Okay, they had a debut, but actually it looks like they may have changed it according to this update. This is from WDWNT, Wow News Today.
Okay.
So they had a release date for June 16th, 2021 to release what's called Behind the Attraction, which is a docuseries based on Imagineering on Disney+.
Right. And that's what they call their theme parks, what they do in their theme parks.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. And so that's what this article was about.
Okay.
But I don't know. I guess it's void now because this update says the series debut will not take place on July 16th, my bad. But the series is still coming soon.
Okay.
So that's interesting. But I guess they got like Dwayne The Rock Johnson in it.
Oh, like to do what? The narration?
Or
is it a movie?
It's a docuseries. Dwayne Johnson, Danny Garcia, Hiram Garcia, Brian Gerwitz, and Kevin Hill from Seven Bucks Productions will share executive producer credits. The company that's working on this previously worked on Netflix docuseries The Toys That Made Us.
Interesting. Could be interesting. Yeah, we'll have to check that out when it comes out. Sounds like it could be interesting. All right, well, I'm going to go through the list of the new movies coming out this week, June 4th, on Friday, most of them. First one, The Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It. It's the new New movie about the investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren, done by those brothers. I can't think of their names, but anyways, reveals the chilling story of terror, murder, and unknown evil that shocked even experienced real-life paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. One of the most sensational cases from their files. It starts with a fight for the soul of a young boy, and then takes them beyond anything they'd ever seen before to mark the first time in U.S. history that a murder suspect would claim demonic possession as a defense. Now, again, as with most of these stories that they do, it is supposedly a true story. So, we'll see how that goes. Next one, Spirit Untamed. Look, let me just say, Spirit.
Oh, I've seen this. This movie looked bad.
The first one never should have been made because it was terrible. Spirit, the Legend of Cimarron, or whatever it's called. Spirit Untamed. Come on, really? So it does star, doing the voices, Jake Gyllenhaal, Julianne Moore, Eiza Gonzalez, Elaine Bogan, a few others. Lucky Prescott, Isabella Merced, Dora in the Lost City of God. Never really knew her late mother, Milagro Navarro, a fearless horse-riding stunt performer for Morado. A small town on the edge of the wide-open frontier. So is this an animated one, or is this an actual movie?
It was animated. I thought the animation looks bad too.
Yeah, it looks like it. Man, it's got a huge look. There's like this huge synopsis of this movie. I'm like, okay, that's dumb. I mean, it's a movie. Give me the synopsis. Next one coming out is called Vevo, an animated musical adventure that follows Vevo, one of kind kinkajou, which is a rainforest honey bear, who must find his way from Havana to Miami in order to deliver a song on behalf of his beloved owner and mentor, Andres. There you go. That sounds really dumb, but maybe it's okay. I don't know. We'll see. Next one up, Undine. Follows a historian named Undine, who is working in urban development and is a mysterious water spirit. Her carefully orchestrated world crumbles when the man she loves leaves her. This sets Undine on a path to kill her betrayer and return to the water. Alrighty.
Okay.
Next up is Chasing Wonders. Filmed over 5 years, Chasing Wonders is a heartwarming story of a young boy who, encouraged by his grandfather to live a life of hope and possibility, takes off on the adventure of a lifetime to find the magical Emu Plains. His journey through the lush landscapes of Australia and Spain leads him to the heart of the human condition, learning to acknowledge the complexity of what comes before us, but struggling not to be defined by the past. That one be all right, maybe. Grace and Grit. It's rated R, tells the true story of iconic philosopher Ken Wilber and his wife Treya, based on the acclaimed book chronicling Treya's journals. They fall madly in love in the 1980s and are immediately faced with challenges that tear them apart. They overcome by discovering connections beyond this world and love beyond life. So there you have it. Your movie releases for June 4th. Can you tell we're just starting to get back into movie release time? And so we have a couple of really big ones that are trying to break it. Like A Quiet Place right now is probably actually the biggest
57 million on opening weekend.
Yeah, that's the biggest money maker since before the pandemic. They thought, what's his face tried to release Tenet last year, and that made like $11 million or something. It was like total. I think it was like really bad. So if you like going to the movie theater, go out and support your local movie theater. They definitely need it. We had a movie theater that was going to be built here in my little town, and they closed up shop. They are not going to build that movie theater, so a car lot is going to be built there instead.
Oh, cool.
Great. That's what's
like you need another one of those.
Yep. So you got any more news articles for us?
Nope.
That's it. You're done. All right, guys. Well, that's done. I'm done too. I ain't got no more. I'm gonna go out and sit in my backyard. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the night. Lemuel's probably gonna go to bed because he looks tired.
Yes.
Why are you so tired?
Yeah. I don't know. I went to bed at an okay time last night, but I woke up sore and in pain.
Aww.
And I told Ashley we're going to a chiropractor soon.
You're gonna go to a crackopractor, huh? What? You don't like
We're
them?
going.
You're going. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. So, if you enjoy our entertainment news, you can definitely tell us in the comments section. If you hate us, you can definitely tell us that as well. You can find more information about the Simpleton Review at thesimpletonreview.com. You can find us every Saturday morning. We post a new video on YouTube. And this next month, we're going to have not any video, really, because we kind of messed up on our recording process. But we will have our YouTube videos posted nonetheless. And so, yeah, please find out more about thesimpletonreview.com. Thank you so much. Lemuel, what you got going on?
I've been streaming on Facebook. Still off and on, but I'm trying to get better at streaming more consistently. Life's just dumb.
Life's just dumb, huh?
Yeah, there's just a lot going on all the time. I don't know what to do about it. Yep. So, but I'll stream on Facebook. You can find me at Deadpool Slaps. You can go follow my page, like it, share it with everyone. Do that. That'd be great. And we do that. We play D&D on Saturdays over there. And that's pretty much it.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. Thanks, everybody, for joining us here at the Simpleton Review Entertainment News. We look forward to seeing you next Thursday as we talk about more. Well, maybe not next Thursday. We'll see how it goes. I gotta work out of town, and might be working tonight, so we'll see. But if we do, we will. Talk to you guys later. Have a great night. Bye.
Oh, man. Is not. Wow, I hosted this person right as they logged off.